Hello and welcome back to Linux Game Until I Die. This is episode 23 of my playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. In the previous episode, we started off by heading our way back up to Jacobstown. Along the way we got distracted by a cave which was full of lake lurks and water. We managed to kill all the lake lurks and clear the cave, and we found a bit of explosives and a few other interesting things, but nothing substantial, I don't think. After that, we made our way back up to Jacobstown, where we finally got around to fixing Rex. We gave the doctor the brain of Violetta. No, not Violetta. Or was it Violet? We gave him the brain of the dog, the fiend dog that we killed a couple episodes ago. And he transplanted the brain in like a second. And Rex was fixed. Hooray! He is now a she? I don't know. Pretty much immediately after that, Rex, I'm going to keep calling him Rex, told us that there was a child down a well in mysterious circumstances, and added a quest marker, well, a map marker on our map, which we later went and checked out. Inside the well, we found the skeleton of a child and a pretty cool BB gun and shit tons of BBs. So I guess that's the thing. I don't think BBs are any real use in this game, but it's a cool little thing to find, I guess. Well, except for the fact that it's a child's corpse, but following on from that, we made our way to the Crimson Caravan headquarters, which we were asked to do at the start of the game by Ringo, who we saved in Goodsprings. Now, Ringo was true to his word and gave us the rest of the payment he promised us back in Goodsprings, so that's good. And we also picked up a new quest, which will take us to Camp McCarran. We've got to deliver an invoice, I think. Other than that, in this episode we're going to take Rex back to the king, so that we can receive whatever reward is for completing that quest. And then we're going to head through Camp McCarran on our way to the town where Edie is. I keep forgetting the name of it. The first big town with a roller coaster. You know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to load up the save. Yes, Rex. So, this is the Crimson Caravan headquarters. I think we've done everything we can do in here, so I'm just going to quickly leave. Which way do we need to go? Well, I guess there's a sign for Freeside, so I guess either way works. Let's head this way. Looks like there's a caravan coming. Have we got anything we need to sell? Can't remember if we did any trading in the last episode. We are pretty heavy. And I guess we should take all the stuff out of Rex. Well, let's get to the caravan people. Mercenary merchant. Right, Rex. You've got 42 carry stuff. Let's... Nah, we can't just take all. Now look at it. Can we? Nah, don't walk too quick.
Hey there, need anything? Sure, here's what I got.
Right. We'll sell that. How much damage does that actually do? 3. It weighs 2 and does 3 damage. But possibly increases our strength by 1. It has a bonus damage chance. I don't know. Sell 4 of them. She's got a lot of caps, so we should be fine to just unload loads of shit on her. No, that came out wrong. That's pretty poor quality. We have a lot of ammo for it though. And then again, we've got more ammo for the plasma rifle. 53, no, 19 damage. 29 damage. Yeah, I guess we'll sell that and we'll repair these, because then that's going to do more damage. We'll sell the throwing spears, we've never used them. And that gun and the service rifle both use the same ammo. That's a 19 damage. That's 12 damage. Yeah, we'll sell this service rifle. Don't think we need a cowboy hat. I don't even know why we have a cowboy hat. I'm looking forward to being able to wear a hat again. Rex doesn't like hats, although he might now that he's got Violetta's brain. Let's sell all the meat. Sell an absinthe. I'll sell 5 of those. Never used any. Not even sure what they do. I just pick them up because they sound cool. Sell the brown meat. Fire ant meat. Carrot. Gecko meat. I know I picked it up especially, but I'm just going to sell the human meat. I should have really looked up whether or not we can use it for anything. Sell that. Weighs a shit ton. Have some cigarettes. The empty syringe. Gecko hides. 4 legs. I'll stop reading out what I'm selling. You can see on the screen. Don't need to sell any ammo. Right, what weight am I at now? That's pretty good. It'll go a little bit better when I repair that. Should check if you've got anything to sell.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Nah, you're fine. Okay, let's head into Freeside.
Hey, isn't that the king's dog?
It is.
You want to travel through Freeside with ease, you hire a king. We're everywhere, and no one messes with us. Your safety is practically guaranteed for just 100 caps. You must be new. Your tune will change, trust me.
No, I don't think it will. Hey, I'm getting more free stuff.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work, and said to give you this.
Thanks. Just what I wanted. More shite. You
Hi, how are you today?
You really suck at hunting. It's miles away. Ah, loudmouth kid. Ah, I'm gonna skip past him. Great, we're finally back at the King's. Right, now we just gotta hope he's easily found. He's not. Right. See if I can remember which way we need to go. There's stairs somewhere. There we are. And then there's more stairs. Not in there. Aha. And then one of these rooms is the king's bedroom. And there's a king.
Why, Rexy, you look all better, boy. Good as new. Did my Rexy get a new brain? No, I'm just happy to see my pup back on his feet and happy. I can't thank you enough for this. Hopefully, he's been making himself useful as a way of paying you back. But where are my manners? Did you need something?
Ah, so there's no actual reward for doing this. But I guess we get to keep Rex.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Yeah, okay. But I'm still gonna go get Edie.
Going to the Wrangler tonight?
No.
Nah, I'm gonna chill with my girl.
So yeah, I'm gonna go get Edie. Oh. And I will send Rex back to the king from there.
Alright.
Prim, that's the name of the town I'm going to. I'm going to Prim.
Personal space meaning anything to you, guy?
I just came out of a door. Literally just stepped out. Go fuck yourself.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people.
Shut up.
Only at Mick and Ralph.
Shut up! Right, I'm just following the quest marker now. What would happen if I shot that thing? And the kid seems quite happy just following it around. Ooh.
Come on.
Thanks for the help, guys. Hell? There's a red marker on my...
For the Brotherhood.
Oops. You dropped something. Who's he shooting at? Well, I don't see anybody. That was being shot at. There's this guy, but we killed him. How weird. Unless we were shooting at him. Didn't do a very good job. He didn't have a gun, so... I don't know. Weird. Right. So, better check we're actually following the right quest marker here. Camp McCarran. Yeah.
Hey, can I help you?
Nope.
Later.
Bye. Actually, this guy might have ammo.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something? I am ready to process our transaction.
It does have ammo. That's quite a lot of ammo. Right. Hunting revolver, 45 70 Gs. Got any of them? 45 70 Gs government. 45 70 Gs hollow point. I guess we'll get 36 of them. And 18 of them. Right, what else did we need? 556, I think. Something that we are short on. Armor piercing might be interesting. That's a lot of money I'm selling. Or spending. We've got plenty of 10mm. Plenty of shotgun shells. Shit tons of plasma. And grenades. Yeah, that'll do me. Let me see if those ammo... The ammo I bought work with this hunting revolver. Yeah, it looks like they do. That's what the G must stand for, government. How do I... shit. How do I change the ammo? Maybe I just need to select it in the ammo tab? Ah. That works. Well, guess I'll use that for next time I need to kill people at a distance. This weapon was pretty damn cool. In the meantime, let's switch to that gun, because that gun is cool. And let's keep heading to Camp McCarran. There's never anything to do around here. Thought there might be a quest to go see about the water supply, but there doesn't seem to be. If this is... yeah, doesn't look like there's a gate there, but looking at the way the compass pointer is moving, I'm pretty sure this is where we need to go. Gallon field. I'm gonna start shooting at me. Good. Just let any random civilians wander in and do whatever they like. It looks like we're in directed to the main building here. Ah, guess it was an airport. Have a quick look around the camp here.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had. Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all, and a lot of scouting from place to place. I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets. Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays. Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either. Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said. Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
Hey, I heard you killed Driver in a fight. My team would have liked to get a shot at him, but we're still glad he's dead.
That must have been one of the things we
Finest
killed.
sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't without their share of scars, though, like Betsy and Sterling. Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at First Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help. I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea. Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion. They tortured him pretty badly. He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to First Recon. We're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR.
Yeah, you already said that.
If they've proven hard to kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military. Carry on.
Hey, my man. 10 of spades. First Recon sharpshooter. At your service. The LT told you about that? Shit, man. That's shit. It was my fault. See, I was knocked out when it happened. That big guy sneaked up on us. I let Betsy down. Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have woken up. I shouldn't have gotten knocked out in the first place. That shit was my fault. I don't want to talk about it anymore, all right? She's my goddamn partner. See, we work in pairs. We spot for each other, watch each other's backs. Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was too green, but Betsy volunteered. Shit, you don't even know how big a deal that is. She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that piece of shit.
That's not really the right response to that, but...
Yeah, the LT shouldn't have brought that shit up. Not with civvies, anyway. Ain't right. Oh yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass. Damn right. The LT, Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be ace of spades, but the LT says, sorry kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay though. I get a few more kills under my belt, he'll move me up to Jack. Jack of spades. Sounds better, right? I keep at it. Eventually I'll make it to ace. Think I'll skip queen though. Shit. Long as I can remember. Had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot on our ranch, way west of here. Same as the LT. He's a farm kid too. Oh, they recruited me, what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even more ass than before. These guys, they really know how to kick some ass. Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See, we're watching the perimeter right now, looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way. Yeah, I'll see you around.
I'm Bitter Root, first recon. You got a reason to talk to me?
That's an interesting name.
You trying to start trouble? Or do you really not know where I got that name? It's a Khan name. You know, the great Khans. That's what my parents were. I figured I grew up around the bastards. They owed me a name after all they put me through. They're dead. Got themselves killed at Bitter Springs. Served them right, if you ask me. It was a massacre. That's what a lot of NCR folk will tell you. Most of them feel plenty bad about what happened. But I was there. Saw it myself. I don't care what anybody says. The Khans asked for Bitter Springs. They wouldn't leave the NCR be. My damn parents, too. They were just as bad as the rest. You're not fully grown till you've taken a beat down. Everybody gathers around and hits you till you're damn near dead. After that, if you haven't begged for mercy, you get to choose a new name. One you'll use for the rest of your life. When NCR slaughtered the Khans at Bitter Springs, I hadn't got my beat down yet. I was still too young. The way I see it, Bitter Springs was my beat down. So afterward, I gave myself a name. It's all I got from the Khans. It's all I ever won. Guess I could tell a pretty good story if I had a mind. But the truth is, I don't know. Just got lucky. They brought me to Daughtry after the battle. He was just a captain back then. Guess he saw something in me. Knew I didn't belong with the Khans. Maybe he felt bad, too, about how his men killed my folks. I told him he did me a service, but he didn't believe me. Still doesn't. He's a good man, Daughtry. Doesn't act like it sometimes, I know. But he didn't have to take me in. It's like I tell Major Daughtry. Best not to look under a rock if you don't really want to know what's there. Could be that NCR found some blood on me and none of it mine. Could be that a few of those cons didn't die from NCR bullets. I had scores of my own to settle. Deeper ones than NCR ever had. Don't bother asking who they were with. Don't I? Mister, you never met my parents. My dad, he got himself fucked up every chance he got. Always started with folk for no reason. Hell, he was the one who taught me to shoot. You know how? By taking pot shots at NCR, and not just soldiers. Civilians, too. Even kids. Then he'd get high with his buddies and swap tales about the folk they killed. Bunch of animals. And my mom? A couple of times she tried to sell me to some waster just to score some jet. Even the other cons said she was useless. Only reason they kept her around was because she was a... how'd my dad say it? A smoking piece of ass.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably best. While, I guess. I don't keep too careful track of time. I like to keep things simple. Just focus on now. That's why they made me a sniper. You let your mind wander back a ways and you lose sight of what's in front of your eyes. Good way to miss a mark. Yeah, look, he's not my real father. He just looked after me for a while. It's a long story, and I'd get tired of talking before it was through. You a merc? Well, then I guess you want to talk to my... father, Major Daughtry. He's our CO. Guess not. I don't mean nothing by it. You really want to talk to somebody, try 10 of spades. He's always got plenty to say. Me? I'm here to do my job. For now, that job is shooting fiends.
Bye.
All right. Goodbye.
Yeah, he seems nice. Not sure where...
Trolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear war.
What's her name is? Little Buster.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? Look, I don't need a head doctor. I'm first recon, damn it. You don't see the others crying about every little bruise and scrape, do you?
Damn. Never had you pegged for the drill instructor type, but you got my attention.
You can tell the lieutenant that I finally caved.
I'll... get help. There's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good at this sort of thing.
You killed him? Well, shit. Here I dreamed up this whole elaborate revenge fantasy. Didn't really think I'd do it, but as long as the tubby bastard was actually alive, I could pretend like I would. Here, I owe you. Take it and get out of here, before I indulge my inner bitch and spoil the moment.
$300. Or $380. Oops, no.
Hello?
What a pointless trip. Here I thought I'd get a shot at that junkie bastard. Not unless you count the fiends as serious. Gorobets keeps us inside the fence most of the time. Doesn't matter to me. I just shoot bad guys. Sooner or later, they'll move us out to the dam, though. That's when the shit gets nasty. Legion fights to win, and they're smart. Hell of a lot smarter than these crazy fiends. But I don't feel bad about shooting Legion boys. Fiends, on the other hand, sometimes I get pangs of conscience. Not often, but sometimes. Some cute little junkie bitch, so fucked up she doesn't even know that she's the bad guy. And I've got a headshot her. Makes me think. Might just be sex, though. I see some cute little number and I'd rather get in her pants. So maybe I'm a stone-cold bitch after all. What gave me away? The big gun, the shades, or the attitude? Ha! You're not as dumb as I thought you'd be. We got the same sense of humor. Probably better to walk away while I still like you, though. All kinds of things piss me off. Like just about anything that anybody says. Yeah. Try not to get killed.
Who the fuck are you?
Let me guess. You got work for me, right? Well, you're too late. I just quit the bounty trade. As soon as I pick up some caps that Daughtry owes me, I'm out of this scrapyard. Well, shit. Feel free to stick a knife in the old ego. Thought I made a name for myself around here. Guess that's as good a reason as any to quit this stinking trade. No glory. No easy money, no women, and no glory. Shit. I'd settle just for the women. Because I killed a couple of marks for him, that's why. You ever hear of Jackson? Or Night Terror? Damn right they were. They were good, too. Till I popped a couple shells in their assholes. Bam. Dead. Finished. Over. See, somebody gives me a job, I do it. Maybe I complain a little here and there, but my shit gets done. Oh, shit, I don't know. Gotta be at least a month. Longer than I last at most jobs.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. A lot. Like before I was a bounty hunter, I worked as a caravan guard. You'd think that was a cakewalk, right? Wrong. Crazy bastards expected me to wake up at dawn. Forget it. It's about 2 hours after this guy hits the sack. And I need at least 10, 12 hours of sleep to do my job. Price of excellence.
Wow.
Well, hey, the field's wide open now that I'm gone. Probably lots of people looking to get in once they hear I quit. Simple. Gonna make myself some easy money. I got a plan. Once I get my caps from Daughtry, I'm going to head on over to Gomorrah and win big at cards. There's not as many people playing at Gomorrah, so that means I've got better odds of winning big. I got this figured out. See, I thought the bounty hunting trade would be easy money, but it turns out it's hard work, so screw it. Also, I ran into this Mark who was a little too tough for me. I mean, I could have taken him. But with this guy, might have cost me some bad burns or an ass rape. I'm all for risking my life, but I'm a little sensitive about my asshole.
Really? Jesus Christ.
Hey, yeah. Next time you see me, maybe I'll be rolling in a shitload of caps, right?
Yeah, maybe. Scooch.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
What happened to your stutter? Who are you?
What can I do for you?
Wait. Why have you moved here? Just to confuse me?
I caught the tail end of what you said to her. Betsy looked like she'd been slapped right back into basic for a few seconds there. Let's hope that Betsy sticks with the treatment. Knowing her, she won't keep seeing Usanagi if she feels things are taking too long. Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming. I'd like to make sure the medical clinic has time for her. Carry on.
Alright.
Hello.
I think that's in the strip where we've just come from. Oh. Can't steal anything. Well, could steal stuff, but I don't want to lose the karma. Right, that's the same place. There's somebody over there.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
My god, I wish I'd recorded more lines for this. Looks like these are just generic troopers over here. Yeah, I think we've probably talked to everybody important. Let's go into the airport.
Hey. Hey.
It seems to be taking me to this terminal. Looks like it's all connected anyway. Nope. Toilets. Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis.
Hi, Curtis.
Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information is getting leaked to raiders. It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy. Hard to separate the malcontents from the actual culprit. Later.
I feel like there's a quest there, but I didn't get offered one.
Patrolling the Mojave
Oh,
almost
shut
makes
up.
you wish for a nuclear winter.
Right.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran? You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The Fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word. As in Chem Fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them, and they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen. That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. The Fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader, Motor Runner. You hear something like a chainsaw? You've found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here. Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands. Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan. Now we're trying to secure the Strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning. I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building. Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in. It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here, we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here. Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there. Everything was going according to President Campbell's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the Strip, and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, looks like we need to talk in here.
A little busy at the moment, but I can talk. This? The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time. I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible. You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though. I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research, not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you. Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
Alright. So, this guy, I guess.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away.
Yeah.
Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice? Oh? What might those be? To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about. And the more ignorant they are, the more opinions they have. The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office. We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure. Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. You have no idea how difficult it is to provide power to an entire nation. I also have high hopes for our Helios 1 facility. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the two scientists who are working there. So far, they've only managed to achieve 1% power output. I'd send help if I could spare the personnel. Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in my head. No. I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm also confronting the problem of food production in what little spare time I have. But I've found some promising leads. Yes, with the assistance of my team, of course. Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Our studies project an imbalance between production and consumption. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food, too many mouths to feed.
Mass starvation in a decade or so.
That doesn't sound good.
Yes, goodbye.
Pretty sure you mentioned Vault 22.
We still need a contractor on our Vault 22 project. Interested? Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin? All right. Straight to the point. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlocked the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you? I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
All right.
Best of luck to you. Not that you'll need it. You seem like a reasonably competent person.
Thanks. I guess. There.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? No, wait. I don't mean to see any harm come to Dr. Hildern. Unless by talk, you just mean talk. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc. But I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Of course. Anything. Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Alright.
I couldn't get her to say.
Guess she's a ghoul.
But she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more. Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keeley hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually. Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things.
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable. He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does. He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildern tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab. My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays,
They've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR, give us a bad name with the locals. Dr. Hildern trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl. It's foul, to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free.
Right.
Right. Stay safe.
Let's go back and talk to Hildren some more.
Hello.
Rex, fuck off.
Even the stupid NCR is investing in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
Veronica? You got something to say?
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know. I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. They'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference.
Alright, is that all you had to say?
See you around.
Right, you.
Yes? Something else you needed? I never said you were. You've been speaking to Williams, haven't you? Fair enough. Begging your pardon, but this is beginning to feel like an interrogation. No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference. I'd have to consult my records. 8, 10. Your point is what? I have no evidence that they're dead. 1,000 things could have happened between here and the vault. They could have changed their minds and walked away. I wouldn't be much of a scientist if I leapt to conclusions without proof. All right. I'll admit that it's been difficult to find anyone willing to enter the vault. And I'd rather get the data sooner than later. You have a deal. I'll double your reward if you bring me the data. But this is as high as my budget will allow. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I won't waste any more of it. Feel free to show yourself out.
Alright. I'm not convinced that's what we were going for at the beginning of that conversation, but... Right, I think we had quests to do inside of here. Maybe this one? Yes. Up here, I think, is where we need to go. This is for interrogation.
Boyd's in there with the prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
Although, it's telling us to go over here. Apparently downstairs. That must be this guy.
What is it? Smart man. I could use somebody who can operate under the radar around here. Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habits. Our last lead went cold weeks ago. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. People like Lieutenant Boyd, or Sergeant Contreras, maybe. Careful with Contreras, though. He's not above suspicion himself. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed. I'm just itching to return the favor. Later.
Alright. So now we've got a lot of people to talk to. One of them must be that guy upstairs. Looks like there might be somebody over here, but I don't know if it's upstairs.
Hello.
Yeah, it's going to take us out. Don't want to go out just yet. We're nearly at the hour mark anyway, so might just leave the episode here for today. Looks like we've got tasks to go in here now. So in the next episode we'll finish our quests here. Let's put a spell on you. Oh, we need to go back to tell Alice that we've delivered the invoice, but we also need to go to the strip to tell Usanagi about that. I really want to get Edie back. There's Prim. I'm not trying to fast travel. So that's where we get Edie. It's quite a distance away. Oh well, I guess we'll start off in the next episode by completing the tasks around here. And after that, we will decide what we're going to do. We've got quite a few quests to do around vaults now. We've got Vault 3 and Vault 22, I think it was. Vault 3 is full of fiends, Vault 22 is full of plants, and neither of them sound particularly safe. We've also got a few other quests to do, returning to the Crimson Caravan people, and yeah. Like I say, we'll figure out what we're doing in the next episode. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now. See you again soon.